am your guest host, nasty Rosie O'Donnell.
Donnie Russell destroyed Trump so hard, he didn't even post anything on Truth Social, or he didn't even say anything on screen.
You know, a lot of people have asked me if I decided to guest host here as some kind of audition to get another talk show, and the truth is, the real reason I returned to ABC was to become the next Golden Bachelorette Gay Edition. Thanks to everyone who's been watching this week, especially the hungry hypocrite in the White House. Kind of weird to think he spent more nights with me this week than Melania. Most of all, I'd like to thank Jimmy Kimmel for inviting me to do this and for reminding everyone that we have the right to free speech in this country, whether Orange Voldemort likes it or not.
But you've never been afraid to use your voice and speak out, which I really commend about you.
If you grew up in New York, you knew he was an asshole and a liar from day one. And I am 64 years old and my whole life here. So I remember when his planes were repossessed off the runways at LaGuardia. I remember when he was broke. I remember when he would call up places and pretend to be his own publicist. He is a con man, he is a narcissist, and he is a psychopath, if you ask me.
How do you think he'll be greeted at MSG tomorrow night?
With a lot of booze, and I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah.
Cases of COVID are surging in almost every state right now. But don't worry, people, because our fate is in the hands of the Secretary of Health and Human Sacrifice. Robert F. Kennedy. Go ahead, boo him, please. There he is, SpongeBob Smallpox. Is it wrong to say I hate this man? I mean, Guillermo, is it wrong to say that?
No, you're the boy. You can say whatever you want.
All right.
Yeah.
I know you're watching, and I'm about to sing a song. Sadly, usually in the wrong key, but I make up for it in enthusiasm, okay? I would like to close my final monologue here with a traditional Irish song dedicated to a very special boy. Oh, Donnie Boy, it's Rosie calling from Hollywood, the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Drop that Big Mac that we all know you're holding, because, my dear, I worry for you so. Poor Donnie Boy, your polls are falling. Your reflecting pool is green as Mountain Dew. Your wig's a mess, your ballroom is appalling. And with the ran, you bit off more than you can chew. Measles are back, inflation is a swelling. You post all night, you're sleeping while you work. And what's with all this useless crap you're selling? Hey, sweetie pie, you're driving us all berserk. But there's a way to end this drama. It's time to use that stable genius brain, since we all know you'll never be Obama. Why not resign and make this country great again? Yes, we all know you'll never be Obama. Come on, resign and make this country great again. All of a sudden, I'm re-famous. I'm back in the spotlight, all thanks to President Oompa J Loompa, who is watching us this evening from inside a catering cart. You know, I couldn't have done it without you, sweetie. You brought me back, just like you did with fascism and the measles.
Donald Trump is saying it's a Democratic hoax.
How dare he, Jim?
Yeah.
How dare he? For every child that was ever raped by a grown man, how dare he? How dare he? We are mighty. 1 in 3 girls suffers child sex abuse. 1 in 5 boys. Those are the statistics, America. Wake up.
Yeah.
Wake up. Our president is a serial pedophile rapist, and that's what he is. And in America, you're allowed to have an opinion. You're allowed to say what you think. That's what our country was founded on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let him try to distract you with everything else, with the... You know, when I talked about him on The View, I told the truth, what every New Yorker my age knows about him. That he is not a self-made man, that he got his father's money, that he is a grifter, that he is a logo slapper, that he's not, in fact, a builder, that, you know, his apprentice days were all fiction, sold as fact, and people believed them. Like, I saw him for who he was from the time I was a little kid, from the time I knew who he was. I was like, this guy's a joke. He's a used car salesman. He's a snake oil salesman.
Right.
And I said it. And he went absolutely batshit crazy.
Yeah. You were sort of the first that you really did focus on.
Yes, exactly. And I think it's because I'm from Comac, which is on Long Island, and he's from Queens, which is part of Long Island. And I think I'm those girls that he didn't like in elementary school who were tough and maybe grew up to be gay, who would talk back to the idiot rich boys who thought they were funny, who were obnoxious, and make fun of them and say, you're not playing with us. You're not playing kickball. And I think that is what got him, that he thinks he has elevated himself from where he used to be to who he is now. And I am one of the peasants. And how dare a peasant from my community speak to me like that?
As you can see, she just humiliated Trump so hard on every podcast she'd been on, and also on Kimmel too, for sure. And she was there for 4 episodes, and this was the last episode. We're gonna miss her, but at least she gave us that we were waiting for decades, because our comedians or celebrities are just too scared to say something bad about Trump and our situation in our country that we're living in. So thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel. See you next time.